Okay, but we've never done this before. How are we supposed to know? Oh, we're on. 2025 has a very powerful energy, an energy that we've never experienced before. It's good to see everyone. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I take the pulse of society, I discuss the ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. In 2025, you are going to have experiences that you've never had before. And, at first glance, sometimes we say, wow, this is so great, but it can take us a little bit of time to get accustomed to that. So I'm here to guide you through this new year. This is the energy forecast for this year. You might want to take out a pen and paper and take some notes as we go along this journey. I've never experienced this before is something that a lot of you are going to say in 2025. You might have lived your life, you might have struggled. Okay, this is the 9 year, 999, the end of struggle, 999, the end of lack, 999, the end of the old way. 2025 is the rise of everyday life people. And why don't you write that in the comments? 2025 is the rise of everyday life people. In the past, you might have looked to people on the TV, the famous people, the celebrities, and, only a small, maybe group of people, the popular people, had a say in what's going on in the world. But now, everyday life people are going to have a say in the way this world is run. Leadership is the main theme. You might be getting this message, and on your journey, you're a leader. And we're all different types of leaders, okay? Leaders lead, right? Teachers teach, builders build, leaders lead. And that's what we do. Well, what are you the leader of? Do you know thyself? In the previous year, you might have been on this journey. You've been on the true ascension journey, and you were thoroughly learning who you are. That's actually what true ascension is. That's what true spirituality is actually knowing who you are. In this matrix world of subconscious programs, a lot of people, they run off these programs 95% of the day, but they're not actually living their everyday life. They don't even know who they are. They're just a collection of these programs. In 2025, the real people are going to rise up. And you might be getting this message, and you might not be the most popular person, but you had experiences over the course of your journey, end of struggle. Maybe you struggled with, at the workplace with your jobs. Maybe you struggled with relationships. Maybe you struggled with getting your vocation out to the people. 999, it's over, kid. That old struggle is gone. The end of lack. Maybe you had lack in certain aspects of your everyday life. A lot of people, they go out there on social media, the social media clowns that are out there. And if you never knew this, your Uncle Mike is going to teach you something today. A lot of people on social media present their lives the way they want the world to think that it is and not how it actually is. Did you know that? In 2025, you can simply be yourself. And when you're yourself, all of a sudden, you have unlocked a very powerful force in the universe. What's that force called, Uncle Mike? It's called the power of authenticity, yeah? A lot of people out there, they can't be authentic. A lot of people run around wearing a mask. It's actually one of the hardest things. Simply being yourself, you think, wow, this is such an easy thing. When I go on my journey, my life is so much easier when I could just be myself and embrace the inner child. Don't go anywhere. We're going to touch that in a few minutes. So many people, they can't be themselves. They're listening. They're living in fear. They're living in guilt. They're living in shame. Well, 999, kid, this is the end of fear, guilt, and shame. Why don't you write it in the comments? This is the end of fear, guilt, and shame. This is the end of censorship. This is the end of not being able to speak your truth. You'll be able to speak your truth now. And now, when you're able to speak your truth, you're going to now create the reality that you actually want to experience and not creating somebody else's life off the subconscious programs. People are out there, oh, I'm afraid to speak the truth. You better be real careful. You better be real careful with what you're speaking because it's going to become your reality. 999, this is the end of the old way. The old way of doing things, it's gone. So and you might be getting this message, you might start your, spiritual awakening journey, your true ascension journey, if you will. It is a great advice I could give to you. Start looking for new ways. Don't go to the old way. And you're going to see, it's like putting the round peg in the square hole when you used to play with that toy when you were a kid. It's not going to work anymore. So you're going to have to reinvent yourself. You're going to have to do new things. You're going to have to constantly change, constantly evolve. This is our evolutionary journey. We're actually evolving into a higher version of ourselves while we're alive. We don't have to wait, billions and billions of years to evolve. We're evolving right now in the now moment. Now. We're evolving. And now you're becoming a brighter and higher version of yourself. 2025, a very bright spotlight is going to be shown on you. You don't even need the sunglasses. You can look right at that bright light, right? So bright. It's the end of the old way. There is a very specific energy that a lot of people, they have been leveling up and they've been going on this true ascension journey. But you might have went through trials and tribulations. This is how God refines us. God is going to refine us. God is going to make sure that we are at our best. God is going to make sure the foundation that we stand on is going to be the best there is. You need that ironclad, that very strong foundation. Those that stand on tiptoes do not stand firmly. I'm sure a lot of people know that, and if you didn't know that, write it down. Those that stand on tiptoes do not stand firmly. You can't stand on tiptoes anymore. You can't stand on tiptoes at the workplace, going out into the public, trying to speak your truth in your own home. Some people have to stand on tiptoes in their own home. In 2025, this is the end of these types of experiences in our lives. It's not a struggle anymore. End. It's not lack anymore. End. It is not the old way. It's over, kid. Everyone, 1,000 people, write it in the comments, 999. It's over, kid. You've been refined by the Holy Spirit fire. And now it's time to shine. And you need to perform at your fine. We got to be ultra professional. Do you like Uncle Mike, ultra professional? We are ultra professional and we're ready for the world. God has prepared you. God has refined you. Now God is going to put you out in front of the world. Oh my God. Oh my God. Some of you are saying, right? No, you've been prepared for this. You've been refined for this. You're ready to go. The energy theme that are many of you that are getting this message right now. The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. You left, you might have went into isolation, and you have returned as the sage. In society, that stone, the builders rejected, you are now the cornerstone. Maybe you were rejected, maybe over the past 4 years, maybe even longer than that. But a lot of people that are getting this message, we went through a massive shift, and the energies were very dense. They were refining us. We were on the threshing floor, if you will, and God refined us so that we could be the greatest version of ourselves. The stone the builders rejected becomes the cornerstone in 2025. Each and every one of us had the power to create. We have to build, we have to create. But a lot of people, they're afraid of these things, and it happens in many forms. Our divine feminine has been suppressed, and there has also been an emasculation of men. It's time to restore balance. It's time to restore order. And balance and order are going to be restored in 2025. I'm going to leave you with this very powerful message. You had this inside of you all along. The creative adult is the child that survived. The creative adult is the child that survived. That which shall survive. You did it. And many people out there, you might be an adult and you are still creative and you still have that childlike essence. You are the child, the inner child. You survived. A lot of you know there's been an attack on our children. You know, the mindsets, right? A lot of us have to understand subconscious programs, early age subconscious programs from birth to the age of 7 or 8. You got to know these things. And our children, and we all went through it. And now we were the first waves and we kind of cleared the way. And now we have to stand with feet planted firmly. And now we have to be put on the main stage. And now we have to be the best there is at whatever it is that we do. We have to harness these energies and we have to bring them to the world. We are the children that survive. That's actually what we are. Does that resonate with you? Hit the like button. We are the children that have survived. Those that know me personally, they know the big child that I actually am. But you might have gone on the longest journey to greatness, and God wants the best of you. We have different versions of ourself. And not only does our inner child have to thrive, but freedom isn't free. Did you know this? Oh yeah. Freedom isn't free. Sometimes real men, real women, divine masculine, divine feminine are going to have to stand, are going to have to fight for what they believed in. Over the past few years, each and every one of you that are getting this message up to this point, you fought for everything that you believed in. Now it's time to take your true leadership position. Now it's time to take your true leadership position. 2025. 999. It's over, kid. This is our victory. And now it's time to live our everyday lives. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Comment down below, what are you doing in 2025 to take back control of your power? What are you doing in 2025 to take your leadership position? Because these leadership positions, they're given out by God. It's a frequency shift. A lot of you know this. The frequencies have shifted. It's time for each and every one of us to stand up. I love each and every one of you. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Let's get back into balance. Let's get back into alignment. So if that message resonates with you, please click the subscribe button and take the journey with us. We have tons of videos on the channel page. You could check them out. We have Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. Connect on all the platforms and utilize the hashtag #OurEverydayLives. It's our everyday lives. It's common people. You don't have to be celebrities. You don't have to be, ooh, I'm ultra fancy. Hey, look at me. Look at me, Light Warriors. I'm on the TV. Wow, look at that, right? No, that's what we are. Embrace your inner child. Embrace the power that you have inside of you. And if you decide to take 2025 and show up every day to this channel, 9 a.m. Eastern time, maybe by the end of this year, a whole new group of people will be on the brand new timeline, experiencing a higher quality of everyday life. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, Light Warriors, just keep going. I love each and every one of you. 2025, it's time to shine, Warriors.